Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutation to the hopefully elect. And I just had a topic on my mind I want to speak on while I was in transit real quick. Alright, and that topic is the Most High set this kingdom up to be mediocre. Get that through your head, you know? The Most High set this kingdom up to be mediocre, man. Put my seatbelt on, you know. Set a good example. But, you know, I was just thinking about how, you know, in this society, you always need something to be done. There's always something that needs to be done, you know? And, I mean, and when you do get it done, a lot of times it's not the way you wanted it to be, you know? Or when you do have something that you need, it's not perfect, you know? Like, when you do get a vehicle, you know, something wrong with it, typically. It could use this type of tuning up or this type of maintenance, you know, things along that line. And so it's never set up in its perfection. Now it's all by design, you know. It's set up that way so for the hopefully elect, so that you would not enjoy your life, so that you don't love your life. You know, the scriptures say that those who overcome by the blood of the Lamb and by their testimony, they love not their lives unto the death, you know. And I'm paraphrasing, so lucky because I'm in transit, like I said. Lord's will, I get to stop and pull out a couple scriptures. But they love not their lives unto the death, you know. The scriptures say, arise and depart, for this is not your rest. So the Most High set it up that way, you know. The Most High gives you a way of escape, you know, so to speak, because there are things in this society that could make you, if everything was going right, you would get too comfortable. You know, there's a lot of Jake in this society who are comfortable, you know. And I mean, a lot of times it's not even really because things are going perfectly, but it goes back to that scripture in let's see, where is that? I believe it's Wisdom of Solomon. In Wisdom of Solomon, where it speaks about the devising of idols, was the entering of the beginning of sin. It talks about them, you know, the defiling of marriages and the different things, the different madness that was going on, and they called those plagues peace, you know. And that's what Jake do. That's what 2/3 of Jake do. They call the plagues, they call this oppression, they call all this stuff peace, you know. And it's ridiculous. What the hell? They call this peace, you know. This place is full of madness, man. Full of calamity, full of vexation. You know, even the little things here vex you. You know, traffic, TV, you know, your own life. It vexes you, you know, because this is not living. You know, this is not living. This is not the way the Most High intended it to be when things were in their perfection. You know, and this is not the way things will be in the kingdom of heaven, man. This mediocre ass kingdom pales in comparison. It cannot compare. You know. This mediocre kingdom cannot compare to the kingdom of heaven and how the greatness that's going to be there. You know, so what was I thinking? Oh yeah. You know, I mean, there's so many ways the Most High set it up to be a mediocre kingdom. You know, like when you look in the book of Haggai, I believe it's the first chapter, where it basically tells you that you go out, you know, you make money, you do all these things, but you get it to put it in a bag with holes, you know. You get it to put it in a bag with holes in it, because in this captivity, like it says in Baruch, we're made subject unto payments, even unto this day, you know. So that's what we're going into, you know. We're in captivity. We're in captivity, and we're made subject unto payments, you know. So this kingdom, man, is set up to be mediocre, man. This is not our rest. And so we have to get that in our minds, man. You know, we can't sit here and be all caught up in how everything is all fucked up, and every time we turn around it's this and it's that. The scriptures say, what does it say? Think not something. Okay, when something happens to you, think it not strange, the fiery trial, that's what it says. Beloved, think it not strange, of the fiery trial, which is to try you as if something strange happened unto you. You see, think it not strange that these things are happening. Think it not strange that it's always something that you fix one thing on your car and you got to fix another, or this one aspect of your life gets better, like you get a job, but then another thing pops up, you know, or you get rid of this one sickness and then you get another sickness. Think it not strange. That's a part of your trial. That's a part of your test to try you in that fire to see if you're worthy of being the elect. Now, of course, the Most High has already predestined the elect and chosen them from the foundation of the earth. But that don't mean you ain't gonna go through it. You still gotta go through these different things, you know. Like the brothers say all the time, you know, hey, we've already overcome. We just gotta play it out in the flesh. The elect have already made it in the end. The story is already done, but we just gotta live it out, you know. The script is already written, but we just gotta act it out. And so, that's pretty much what I want to get into, was that this place is set up to be mediocre, man. You know, and I also had a thought about it too while I was contemplating over the lesson. You know, this is why the scriptures say that the flesh lusts against the spirit, because the flesh wants things to be perfect in the society. The flesh wants everything to go right. The flesh wants to be satisfied. The flesh wants these different things. But the spirit understands, and we know when we're reminded through the scriptures, we know that if you're not going anything, you're a bastard. You're not a son. The sons are going to get chastised for the things that they do wrong. The sons are going to suffer condemnation now so that they don't suffer the greater condemnation with the world. You see? So the spirit would rather be a son, you know. I've heard brothers say numerous times, and I've even, you know, had this thought myself, you know, that when things are going too right, you have to question, damn, is the Most High dealing with me? You know, because hey, the wicked ain't going through stuff. The wicked, you know, and first and foremost, Edomites, they are not troubled as others. But even the wicked of our people, they ain't really going through. They allowed to go through all they little wickedness, which that's coming to an end because a lot of them are getting judged. But a lot of them, hey, there's a lot of them that still are out there selling drugs and doing this and that and the other, and they ain't really going through shit, you know, because the Most High is reserving them for a greater judgment. But the elect, they're gonna feel every bump along the way, man. It's like bad suspension in your car. You're gonna feel every bump, man. Why? Because you receive your condemnation now, so that you don't get condemned with the world later, man. You don't get that greater condemnation. Anyway, so like I've been rambling on, and I haven't really been able to pull any scriptures, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it short. You know, like I said, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutation to the hopeful elect. All right, with that, I'll say Shalom.